Hey guys, 01 through 4 here, and I've got another deck profile for you guys. This will be the last deck profile of the March 2012 format. I'm pretty happy that the format's changing, relatively happy with the new ban list. Want to see how things go. I ended up coming in top 8 of my locals this weekend. I lost to Lightsworns, and I lost to TG Stun, and Lightsworns, it was Puppet Plant. Puppet Plant killed me. But, oh well, things happen. It's locals. Whatever. I'm preparing for the Philly Regional on September 15th, hoping to get my invite so I get it out of the way, and I can just use the rest of the regionals this year for practice for bigger events. Since my schedule's freed up a little bit and Drew's schedule's a bit freed up now, we're going to be able to go to some more regionals and practice and hopefully do better at some big events. Well, me specifically, but I know Drew would probably like another shot at the championship. So, here's the deck profile. It's Living Hero. Obviously, you got your one Stratos. Searches out your guys. Stratos plus a Reborn can equal game. It's really good. 3 Elemental Hero Bubbleman. Bubbleman's great. I was able to get its effect off to draw 2 cards twice. It was pretty impressive. It's nice if you top Bubbleman after your combo fails, it can help restart you. Bubbleman, honestly, if they wanted to hit heroes, Bubbleman should have been limited, so you wouldn't be able to do the OTK, because next format you can still probably OTK without too much difficulty. Next, 2 Elemental Hero Neos Alias. They're 19 and they're another hero target. You can use Gemspark on them. Plus they're light, so they go for the Shining. And then 1 Blackwing Zephyros the Elite to help facilitate your combos a little bit more. Plus he's your dark target for a Scuridao with Future Fusion. Helps you do a lot of more, well, stupid things. Those are the only monsters in the deck. The majority of the deck is, again, magic cards. You got Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Mind Control as staples. You really don't need Book of Moon in here. It's not really pointful. Then I'm running 2 MSTs and 2 Night Beams to take care of the back row. Since there isn't a lot, some decks don't run a lot of back row, I cut them down to 2 apiece because I was getting clogged with these in my hand, and I'm like, well, I don't have a target to hit these on. These are just dead. I'd rather put other things in here to help me get to what I need. Future Fusion. Glad this card's banned. Basically, all you do is you target a Scuridao, and you send Zephyros and like Alias to the graveyard, and then you can bounce stuff. It helps you make more Xyz monsters. It also gives you access to Shockmaster. There's nothing better than sitting on 2 Excaliburs with 4,000, and then you make Shockmaster and prevent them from dropping Gores. 2 Gemini Sparks. You only really need 2. You really don't even really need 2 at all, but it's convenient. It helps you get out of a couple of sticky situations. 2 Pot of Duality. Help you get to your stuff. It's Pot of Duality. It does what it does. Next, 3 copies of A Hero Lives. You got to be careful with this deck because Hero Lives is your primary way of doing a whole bunch of damage, and obviously Hero Lives does cost you a fair bit. And you're gonna be low on life points all the time. So you better hope you win, or else your opponent has a pretty good chance of coming back, but usually the risk completely works out for you because you do so much damage and make so many big things that they really can't come back. Reinforcement of the Army. Then you got 3 E Emergency Call. Search your stuff out. 2 Warrior Returning Alive. I cut it down to 2 because I found that I really didn't need 3, but 2's definitely really, really good. Helps you get your Stratos back when it's in your graveyard. Get Bubbleman back to special it. Makes more Xyz monsters. 3 Miracle Fusions. Obvious, fuse for good things. 2 Super Poly, take care of problems and fuse. And then I'm liking my attack of Assault Armor. You don't need the Assault Armor, but it definitely helps you get in there. You equip Assault Armor to whatever warrior type monster is the only monster you control. It gains 300 attack. It's irrelevant. You generally do not use its attack boost. But what you do is you send Assault Armor to the graveyard while it's equipped to the monster, and that monster can attack twice this turn. Which, you gotta be careful with the wording. It says attack twice this turn. It means that you don't have to be in a row. So, if you attack with something, and they drop a monster that you can't get around with this particular monster, you hit him with another one, and then this monster can get in again. That's my Magic lineup. Traps. I found that my trapless build was leaving me too open sometimes, so I put some traps in here. There's still not a lot of them. There's only 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Got 2 Torrentials. Clear the field. 1 Compulse. I was actually considering knocking this up to 2, but Compulse really shines in this deck because it clears the way for your monsters to attack directly, and it doesn't cost you any life points. I am running 1 Solemn Warning and 1 Solemn Judgment because you will have life points probably to pay for Solemn Warning, but you can't run more than 1 Solemn Warning because you'll never have the life to pay for it. And you don't need dead cards in your deck. I mean, half the time, sometimes your Solemn Warning is even dead. And then, obviously, Judgment to stop things from killing you. That's the main deck. I did not have a side deck because I honestly did not feel like building one. But here's the extra deck. E-Hero Gaia, Nova Master, Great Tornado, Scuridao, Absolute Zero, The Shining. One of each of the Omni Heroes give you great options for fusing. One Blade Armor Ninja. You don't really need the 2 Blade Armor Ninjas anymore because you have Excalibur. But Blade Armor Ninja is still good. The double attack can help clear fields. Then, obviously, the broke part of the deck, 2 Heroic Champion Excaliburs. Detach both Xyz materials to double its attack until your opponent's next end phase. So it's even 4,000 during your opponent's turn, which usually is really good until they puppet plant you and then punch you directly for 4,000 and you die. Or you have an Ab-Zero up and then they decide to drop BLS, banish the Ab-Zero, and then be like, oh, puppet plant. Hate BLS. Cannot believe that card is still legal. One Maestroke, the Symphony Djinn, helps take care of problems. Photon Papal Operative. It's a warrior that you don't need your warrior. It's a warrior Xyz that does not need warriors to go into. Plus, being able to force your opponent's monster to attack position and decrease its attack can help you push in for more damage. Like if your opponent's sitting on a wall monster like Spirit Reaper or Marshmelon or X-Saber Pashul, put that monster in attack mode, punish them for it. 1 number 16 Shockmaster. It helps prevent them from dropping Gorge. I'm running this one in here because you won't often go for it, but you go for it enough that it's worth running. 1 Utopia and a Utopia Ray. Utopia is, again, a warrior, so it helps out. And if you're mind control, since there's mind control in the deck, and this deck, if you're going to sit on Utopia, it often will get used up a bit. So you can drop it on Utopia Ray, and your life points are going to be low as it is, so you actually might be able to get Utopia Ray's effect off. And then 1 Gem Knight Pearl, because he's big, and he gets over things. So that's the deck. I hope you guys, well, hated this format as much as I did. I'm excited. And I'll see you guys next week with my first deck of the new format. Anyways, see you next week.